Welcome to part 12 of Free Will Summer. Today we are watching Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And just as a point of reference, I've seen the first movie. I think it's pretty good. I know some people love it. I think it's good. I think I was slightly deceived by the marketing, thinking it's going to be more violent and scary, and it was more comedic. There's only a couple kills throughout the movie, and then there's that huge sequence at the end. But with this, I'm just going into the expectation of, an action comedy movie. Kind of like They Will Kill You. Also, something more lighthearted would be nice after Hereditary. So with that all out of the way, let's hit play on Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Yo, what was everybody's problem with that movie? It was tough, bro. Yeah, I don't get the hate, because that was awesome. So yeah, for me, this movie really worked. The two main things are the action and the comedy, and they're both very much there. But then it comes to the end of the movie, and then you just have to take a step back, look at where we are, and then where we started, and that's where I think some fans got a little pissed off, because to me, it works well. It's like the first movie is like the original Alien, right? And the second movie is like Aliens. It's more high octane. It takes the premise and just cranks it all the way up. It's more actiony and loud than the more quiet horror elements of the first movie. You could even say the same about the Terminator versus the Terminator 2, how the first one's more like a horror slasher movie, when the second one's straight up action. And yes, it's a slasher movie. Now, obviously, this isn't on the same level of quality as Aliens or Terminator 2, but it's that same kind of comparison for me as far as the franchise goes. They're both different, but they're both good. Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1, and Aliens are like, yeah, it's close. Like, I put Alien 1979, I don't know why I didn't just say Alien Original, but I'd put it over Aliens, but it's like the slightest bit, and you could even persuade me the other way. And yeah, the original Ready or Not is obviously better than Ready or Not, Here I Come. But it's a different flavor entirely, and if you're looking for more of a gore-filled, straight-up action movie, it's more of that's more of what you get. The first one is, honestly, I'd kinda not call it a horror movie, but it's horror enough. This movie isn't that. This is a very gory action movie. And they worship Satan, as we see at the end of the first movie, so I'd call it spooky themed, where it's not really horror, but it's kind of themed around horror, and there's horror elements, but it's not fully a horror movie. It's the insane action of this movie, and just how gory it is, that would satisfy a horror fan. I don't think I'll spoil it, because it's newer, even if it's not like a brand new movie. It came out earlier in the year, and it's only been streaming on Disney Plus for a short time. So I won't say anything about the scene itself. I'll just say a washing machine. Insane scene. Hilarious. Again, being vague here, but when Samara Weaving shoots that one girl. And it's on the poster when Catherine Newton stabs one person with a sword. Although I think that's kind of false advertising, because she only has it for, like, a scene. And the scene at the end, close to the end, with the pit, I'll just say, is mind-blowing. Actually, that might have been Samara Weaving who stabbed the person with a sword. Whatever. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. And if you haven't seen the movie, you'll know it when you see it. The movie is, like, solidly tense, too, because you really don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know whether, they'll die, or if they'll become part of this cult, or if they just walk out the door, or if there's another level to it. A surprising standout with this movie is actually Elijah Wood as this lawyer character, and every scene he's in, he's just, like, pretty much looking at the camera, and he's like, okay, you cannot kill your teammates. But it's just how he delivers the line, it's absolutely hilarious to me, especially when he's pointing out the flaws in this, like, rule system. All of his scenes are done in a very funny way. The dynamic between Samara Weaving and Kathryn Newton is compelling. You believe that they're like these long lost, like estranged siblings. The opening scene is amazing, really, because it is a absolutely seamless, and I mean seamless transition from the end of the last movie to the start of this movie. We all know that ending when, the building goes up in flames and she walks out on the steps and she's just like, in-laws. But the way this movie seamlessly transitions into this is a work of art, and I honestly just want to, rewatch that scene to see if I can see where, one movie ends and one movie begins. I know some people are going to be wondering, how does it compare to They Will Kill You? And honestly, I would recommend that you watch both, because it's a different experience. Because at its core, it's the same kind of idea. I think They Will Kill You actually has a lot more in common with Ready or Not 2 rather than Ready or Not 1. For example, the comedy is different from They Will Kill You. The comedy in They Will Kill You is different from the original Ready or Not. The comedy in Ready or Not is more dry, while They Will Kill You, it's more zany. They Will Kill You also has the element that they can regenerate that the Ready or Not movies do not. They Will Kill You and Ready or Not 2 both have sisters, where their main goal is to save each other and get out of this satanic cult place that's trying to kill them both. Although They Will Kill You has a nice little twist that's different from this movie. The editing is very different. Ready or Not 2 is filmed like a regular cinematic movie, but They Will Kill You does more with its, editing. It does the zooms. It does the one-take fight scenes. Even if they have a similar core idea, they're very different movies, and I would actually recommend watching all three of them, Ready or Not 2, and They Will Kill You. And at the end of the day, can you really blame them for kind of ripping each other off? At the end of the day, it's a pretty simple concept of a satanic cult hunting you down. Hell, I even made one of those. It's called Punisher Storm. Don't watch it. I don't like that one. But I think all three of these movies are good. Whether you want your satanic cults to be slaughtered by Samara Weaving, or Zazie Beetz, or Kathryn Newton, or plastic depressed man with a gun, who just has terrible sound effects. Why did I do that? Why didn't I include music? It's just stock sounds of bullets. Why did I do that? Why did I edit it in that way? I guess we just have to learn from our mistakes. So yeah, I think this is a solid action movie and a worthy addition to this franchise. Franchise of 2 movies. Also, I can't add it to the 2026 ranking yet because I'm recording these videos way in advance before they release. Unless I decide to change the release schedules again, this video will release after The Odyssey comes out. Speaking of 2026 movies, I'm thinking Undertone might be next. I don't know how the ranking will change when The Odyssey is there, and whatever else I might happen to watch in between. But I'd put it just under They Will Kill You, just because that has more art direction. Although I think Ready or Not 2 is better acted, I think just how well the fights are filmed and all the technical elements of They Will Kill You puts it just a little bit higher. Oh, and we can't forget about the Free Will Summer ranking. Yeah, you thought I was gonna go a whole video without making fun of the Lazarus Effect? You'd almost be right. Awake sucks. Lazarus Effect sucks. It Chapter 2 is disappointing. Mothman Prophecies is the next least good. Child's Play, it's just got some things holding it back, I'm not even gonna lie. I think it is a really good slasher movie, though. Same for 13 Ghosts being a really good ghost movie. Yeah, today I found out, some people don't like this movie. There's a lot of people that just straight up don't like 13 Ghosts, and I don't see why. I thought it was pretty cool. And then there's Ready or Not 2 and They Will Kill You, which I just talked about. It Chapter 1 coming in 4th, Ballerina coming in 3rd for just, wow. Just the action in that movie Number 2 with the genius of How to Make a Killing. Hereditary threatened to behead my family if I didn't put it at number 1, so I did. Yeah, I've been watching some really good stuff recently. Well, the last 2 movies I've watched have been really good. I mean, obviously Hereditary and Ready or Not 2 aren't even close. Oh, by the way, after cameras stopped filming yesterday, Gary told me his last name is Michaels. His last name is Michaels because that's where I bought him. Next video I'm not 100% sure on, but I think it'll be Undertone. So tune in for that, and I'll see you then.